you the best of us. Nothing's gonna ever keep it down.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to Wednesday. It is the 21st day of January 2026. My name is Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Radio's Big J.
Hello.
Oh, can you hear the applause?
No.
Take off your headphones.
No.
There they are.
There's no plus.
There they are. People love you, dude.
Yep.
How does it feel to be alive on a Wednesday, Big J?
Pretty good.
Nice. We're going to get a movie review from that man himself who sat down and watched a film called Stone Cold Fox.
Stone Cold Fox.
Netflix. Is Stone Cold Steve Austin in the movie at all?
No. No. Oh, that would have been great.
And I don't like the title as much. I kind of thought it was a reference to him maybe popping up. And he voices like a fox, an animated fox that helps this young woman on her adventures.
That would be pretty funny.
Follow me. I can do Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And the little fox drinks beers. But it's not like it's all at once.
He's got a Fox 316 shirt on, and he is ready to go. But that, you're telling me that's not what the movie is about.
Oh, no, it's not.
Fair
Not at
enough.
all. Sorry.
So we will get an actual review from Big J about what Stone Cold Fox is. Of course, we also have a chance for you to go to some shows. We have a Bad Flower concert happening, and we also have a Devil Wears Prada concert happening. We will give you access to both of those over the course of the program today. We are going to go to hell. We're going to do a run of headlines. Should be a good Wednesday show, unless I'm missing anything, Big J.
No.
That you think might take it down a notch or two.
No, I think we're good.
Awesome. Then let's get started with some Pearl Jam. Daughters kicking things off here on the morning after with Nick and Big J on the X Rocks.
Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by Beacon Plumbing, who implore you to quit freaking and call Beacon at 208-516-2061, or you can visit them online at beaconplumbing.com. Big J, what a pain in the ass, dude.
Oh, yeah. What is it this time?
I mean, if you are out driving late at night, westbound I-84 beginning tomorrow, going to suck. Now, they're building that huge project out there just past Garrity, trying to put that new kind of almost like a freeway intersection up as they start to build out some of this stuff. And they have to get it ready by 2027, Big J, which is a full calendar year away. But they need to start their second stage in IDT's project to install girders for the new flyover ramps out there. So that means they're going to have to close westbound I-84 to some nightly traffic beginning on Thursday. This round of closures will be between 10 Mile and Garrity on I-84. It'll take place Thursday, remain in place until Monday, the 26th. And then, if you remember, they installed 16 girders on the eastbound side of 84 last year. This is kind of the other side of it. And these things need to kind of make sure there's no traffic in the way because they weigh about 42,000 pounds each.
Big old cranes.
About
ready to go.
117 feet long, so making sure that they're safe for all vehicles passing by. You can't get around the construction area, so you're going to have to exit at 10 Mile and take Franklin before re-entering the freeway at Garrity Road. And this will affect from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m., which can be a problem if you get to work early. And you kind of try to get in that area, so keep that in mind. So plan for delays, find alternative routes during that time frame. Overnight lane restrictions in both directions are going to continue throughout the year, according to the department. And this is an extension of the previous estimation of March this year. So they're already saying it's probably going to be all of 2026, that there's going to be some issues in that area, Big J. So get ready to get ready. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
The Baseball Hall of Fame added 2 legendary sluggers yesterday, electing outfielders Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones to the class of 2026. These are prime late 90s, early 2000s baseball players. Big J, this is back when you followed them. Do you remember these 2 players at all?
Oh, yeah. Andrew Jones for sure, 100%. And, my mom would be so happy. She loved Andrew Jones.
Great defensive center fielder for the Braves for all those years. Beltran bounced around a little bit, but played on some pretty good Mets teams back in the day and was a pretty good player. Beltran is probably one of the greater switch hitters in history as well. He's a member of the 300 home run, 300 steal club, while Jones is celebrated as a defensive specialist, 10 gold gloves, along with 434 career home runs. Of course, Beltran had more of a bumpy road to the Hall of Fame. Do you remember why?
No.
He was the mastermind behind the 2017 Astros stealing those signals.
What? He should not be in the Hall of Fame ever.
It's why it took him so long. He was the manager of that team, and that's who everybody kind of made the scapegoat, like it was his idea, and he orchestrated the whole thing and all that kind of stuff. And so that's why it took so long for him to get in. Otherwise, he probably would have been a no-brainer. But they'll take the stage this July along with Jeff Kent.
So that cheating okay, but steroids still not okay.
Yeah, well, here's the way.
No, it's clear. Steroids not okay. Other cheating 100% acceptable.
I agree. I have a problem with Carlos Beltran, but the election committee has deemed his sins after his playing career had wrapped up as a manager and not as a
Oh, he's getting it as
player.
a player.
Yes.
But
And
manager, forget about it.
That is correct.
Wow.
And Jeff Kent's also getting in, one of the biggest a-holes in the history of the world. As I can tell you, as somebody who has talked to Jeff Kent.
Tie top two, buddy.
It is serendipitous that both he and Barry Bonds are on the same team. Both of those guys are two of the biggest jerks I have ever met in my entire life. But they're getting into the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to both of them. Big J, one of the most popular roller coasters or rides, I guess, in the United States of America is going to get a facelift. Fast and Furious Supercharged. That is at Universal Studios Florida. It replaced Twister the Ride, Big J. I don't know if you've ever been down in that area at that time. But after 9 years of operation, they're going to shut it down and they're going to replace it with a new roller coaster called Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. The announcement came Tuesday as park officials revealed the high-speed attraction will put guests in the driver's seat and get them pretty fast. The new coaster is going to feature 360-degree drifting capabilities and a 170-foot vertical spike.
Oh, my God.
That'll send you 17 stories high above Universal City Walk. The Supercharger opened in 2018, and a matching coaster will open at Universal Studios Hollywood later this year. So they're doubling down on the Fast and Furious stuff, just giving some new improvements to it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It is the X Rocks. Smashing Pumpkins Disarm on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Yesterday, you guys selected a movie for Big J to watch. It was called Stone Cold Fox.
Stone Cold Fox.
Stars a former guest of the Morning After, Kristen Ritter, among others. We're going to get the deep down breakdown of what the movie is and if it's any good. Big J, please tell it.
Yeah, let's start with the cast, Nick. We've got former guest of the Morning After, Kristen Ritter, is in this. She plays Goldie, who is not a good person. Then you got Kiefer Sutherland, so a.k.a. the Uber beater guy.
Yeah.
He plays Sergeant Billy Breaker.
Is he a good
Dirty
guy?
cop.
Oh, no.
But he does it so well, Nick. I mean, you can't help yourself. And then the main star of this is Kiernan Shipka. She was Sally Draper in Mad Men, Nick. So that's the setup here. And I got to say, this movie is set in the late 80s, but it's shot in a style that seems reminiscent of like the 90s. And there was a real like grindhouse flavor to it, just with the graphic set and the filter and the imaging that they use to set the movie. So I was already pretty comfortable in it. It was just reminded me of like a 90s Soderbergh movie, or, just really interesting that way. And basically, the Stone Cold Fox here, her name is Fox in this. She starts out with her leaving home early, having an argument with her sister and her mom, I guess a terrible mom. And, she's getting to that age where she's like, I'm out of here. I'm going to go on about my own. And she gets caught up in the criminal enterprises of Goldie, who is pretty much has a family of hustlers and whatnot. And basically it's just drugs. And that's how, Kiefer Sutherland's character gets in here. But at some point, Fox's character is like, this sucks. I don't want to be here anymore. She wants to leave. But she decides, I'm going to go ahead and steal a bag of money on the way out.
You shouldn't do that.
Right? Shouldn't do that. And it's still, what usually happens when somebody steals a bag of money?
They send everybody after them.
Or it's not a bag of money, it's a bag of drugs.
Oh, sure.
Instead, made a mistake.
You picked up the drug bag is on one side, money bag is on the other.
So she's on the run, etc., and got the posse after her, etc. And so there you have the setup for the movie, and she meets some interesting people who help her, who are hilarious. It's a lot of fun. This movie's a lot of fun, and I feel like, Nick, because this happened recently, we went and saw The Bone Temple, I feel like I'm a little biased towards movies that have narration. I don't know if you find yourself in this, but this is narrated. So as the story unfolds, it's being narrated by Kieran Shipka playing Fox, talking about her life and the mistakes she's made, etc.
I'm trying to think about the part in the Boom Temple that's narrated, though.
Yeah, you've got, I think it's
I don't think it's narrated at all.
a little bit.
I don't think so. I don't remember any voiceover. in it.
Maybe I'm thinking something else. Anyways, either way, there's some weird, silly plot devices in this that doesn't make a lot of sense, but the whole overall essence of this movie and the style, it's very short. It's like 86 minutes.
Your favorite?
It's a quick watch. It's fun. It doesn't waste a lot of time, and it was super enjoyable. I loved it, man.
Hey, look at this now.
A+. Way better than that crappy other movie I had last week.
You gave that an approval as well.
Yeah, I was reluctant.
It doesn't sound like it when you watched it, but
Yeah, no, I disliked most of it.
then what'd you give it an approval for?
Because I'm fair to a movie. If a movie is a good movie,
Yes,
then it deserves to be approved.
I agree.
That doesn't mean I have to like it.
I would say if you didn't like it, you shouldn't approve
I
it.
didn't like it very much so.
Well,
But
then I would disapprove
again,
it.
It's a good movie. I'm here to help people direct them if they should watch a movie or not.
but
Just
no-
because I like it doesn't mean you should automatically be like, this is the best movie Big J has ever talked about.
I think your approval system needs to be, is it a movie that you enjoyed or if you didn't? If you're saying this is a well-made, good movie, that anybody can say that. I want
Yeah.
your opinion on the movie.
Yeah, well, I
Did
did.
you like
I
it or not?
I love this movie.
Beautiful. So we're 3-0 for approvals for Big J on that scale.
2.5.
So if you are looking for a fun movie and what would you... Comedy, action, all of it? What?
Yeah, action comedy.
Okay.
There's some bummer stuff in this, but it's not. The other stuff is pretty funny.
So if you're looking for it, it is available on Netflix. It is called Stone Cold Fox. Gets Big J's big thumb up. So make sure you go check it out. And listen, it's not like you have to sit down for 3.5 hours and make a commitment. This one, you're done in and out before an hour and a half is even up. And I imagine that's with credits, so it's probably like 75 minutes long.
I didn't count that closely.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your movie review coming up in a few minutes. Some important stuff. That's next on the X Rocks.
She a legend.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
The important stuff brought to you by the PBR. It's coming back next weekend. Take it over the Ford Idaho Center Arena on January 30th and 31st. Another weekend of nonstop action, dude. Fans can once again experience the electrifying energy that's made the world's top bull riding organization's annual visit just a whole lot of fun. We've said it before. It's like a rock concert if you haven't gone.
It's a blast, man.
It's so much fun. The top bull riders of the sport will be in town, gunning for points, and we want you to be there. You can grab your tickets right now at ictickets.com or just keep listening. We got a bunch of tickets we're going to be hooking up with over the course of the next week and a half or so. Got, if all goes well, Big J, a PBR rider on the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And wouldn't that be nice?
Very.
That's all I'm trying to say. Big J, welcome to the absolute doldrums, Big J. At least according to a new survey of adults, they reveal that this month, the month of January, it causes more financial stress than any other month of the year. That includes Christmas time. That includes any maybe family vacations. But it's because energy bills are through the roof in the winter because of weather. And it starts to put a little bit more stress on your monthly finances that you budget for yourself because usually those bills exceed what they are the other 10 months out of the year.
Yep.
26% of us struggle with saving money, especially right out the gate for the new year. Another 24% fear that they have some sort of unexpected expense early in the year that's going to throw everything off. So they try to prepare for that. They're like, listen, if something goes sideways, it's going to throw off my entire 2026. I got to figure this out in case it does. So there's lots of cut spending. There's lots of less going out and enjoying yourself. There's lots of things that make this month kind of like, man, what a bummer. Forgot how much January sucks sometimes. And then if you've got financial stress, Big J, that impacts your sleep. And then it all kind of leads downhill from there. And then maybe January is also when you're dealing with the holiday debt because, yes, Christmas is at the end of December and those bills come due in January. You know what I mean? And so sometimes it could just be like, man, this month, it just sucks. So you're not alone if you're feeling the financial pressure of January. It is that thing. Do we have any advice on how to make it better for you, Big J?
I don't.
Me either. You're on your own. I wish I
Sorry.
did. If you have any for us, let us know.
Yeah.
We love We'd love to take some.
Be rich.
But I don't have anything that I can give you to make it a little bit easier. I think if you're already budgeting, you're doing the smart thing. But yeah, unexpected expenses or crazy large electrical bills or gas bills, those are going to throw things off a little bit. So we get it. For the first time since 1970, Big J, when you were just a twinkle in your father's eye, the NBA Finals will feature no games at all on Sundays. The series will start on Wednesday night, June 3rd. The schedule shakeup is a strategic move to try to avoid any kind of problems with the FIFA World Cup, which will be taking place right here in the U.S. this summer, and those games are going to be on Sundays. So the NBA is trying to strategically get out of the way of soccer. By ditching the usual Thursday to Sunday rhythm, the NBA joins the World Series in moving its biggest games away from the weekend, most watched night, because they want to make sure they're out of the way of the global soccer frenzy, Big J. That's an interesting kind of play, but when it's here in the United States, obviously you don't want to. And listen, the NBA, quite frankly, is hurting for ratings. You don't need anything in its way. You know what I mean?
Right.
They want to kind of own the day or own the night, I suppose. So that means, of course, these things are getting stretched out longer, which is my biggest beef with the NBA playoffs. They start in March and they end in July. Yeah. What are we doing? It should not be 3 months of playoffs, but they're milking it for everything they can, and this is another way that I suppose they can keep it in the conversation and get out of the way of the FIFA World Cup as well. Well, one thing's for sure, Big J, people love it when Ben Affleck and Matt Damon team up together. They've got a new film on Netflix called The Rip.
Yeah, surprised they didn't make the choices yesterday.
I figured you'd watch it on your own time.
No, that's exactly why I don't watch them right away.
Sorry. You're going to have to
Literally, I can't decide to watch a movie. No, you put the newest stuff in there. I haven't watched it.
Well, you will.
No, I won't until it comes up in streaming, dumbass.
I've got bad news for you. 41.6 million views in its first 3 days on Netflix. The debut marks the launch of the biggest film since Happy Gilmore 2, Big J, another movie I don't think you've watched.
Hasn't come up.
I
didn't get selected.
46. Well, that was back when you were out of the Netflix wheelhouse, so that's not my fault. The Rip also ranked as the platform's most watched title of the week. On the TV side, His and Hers, starring another one of your favorite people, Big J, John Bernthal, stayed at number 1 on the list with 29.5 million views. Are you watching anything on Netflix on your own time currently?
Not right now.
Got it.
I'm about to, but...
But, you've got yourself some situations and some hits that are going big for Netflix right now, and they are digging into it. I've heard good things about both those things. I haven't had a chance to watch them myself either. But people are enjoying the big stars on Netflix. The question becomes the staying power. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how often these things need to be relevant for Netflix to somehow make any kind of money back on it. I'm not sure anybody's going, I'm not subscribed to Netflix. I got to check out The Rip. I need to throw down that $19 a month so I can check out The Rip. But I guess that's what Netflix is gambling on.
I think we stopped asking that question a long time ago.
I get it,
because I don't think it matters.
Well, I mean, that's why Netflix is putting this all together.
They keep making money.
Because they're hoping it'll get people motivated. What was it that finally motivated you to spend money on Netflix again?
Because our kid couldn't watch Netflix at her house. That's why.
So it wasn't selfish, it was child-driven. Yeah. Okay, got it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's
for the kids,
your important stuff. Sure. We got ourselves a little bit of We're Going to Hell action. That's next on the X Rocks.
Bringing to light stories that are incredibly f***ed up. Oh man, we're going to hell.
Won't you join me in my own private hell?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Headed up to Canada for today's We're Going to Hell story, Big J.
Oh, Canada.
And it is a situation that I suppose, not everybody would find themselves in this situation because it's certainly a unique one, but you can understand maybe the steps that were taken, right? Here's the first thing you need to know. Cold here, colder Canada, right?
Yes.
It's really, really cold in Canada. And there is a gentleman who lived in Quebec in an apartment, basement apartment, but an apartment nonetheless, and was going on a 3-week vacation, Big J.
Damn.
Must be nice.
Right.
And was leaving his place for a while. And so he did, I suppose, what... I guess I'm kind of guilty of this too. If you live maybe by yourself or you don't have like animals or people coming to your house to check on a regular, regardless of what time, and you're gone for an extended period of time, sometimes you go, man, I'm just going to kick off the thermostat. There's no reason for me to be paying for 3 weeks worth of heat or air conditioning when I am not going to be there, right?
What a huge mistake.
Sometimes, and other times it's just like you saved yourself some money. But in this particular case, it did ended up being a huge mistake. I'll tell you why. Because yes, it's been really, really cold in Canada and up in Quebec especially. He knew this. He's like, listen, I'm going to come back to my place and it's going to be like 30 degrees. I live in a basement. It's going to suck.
Ooh, that's even worse.
But you know what? He's like, listen, I'm not going to be here that long. It's crazy for me to pay for that kind of heat, especially with energy costs where they are. I'm just going to take the hit and come home to a really, really cold house. But he didn't realize how cold it was going to be. Because while he was gone, one thing that he was unaware of, because he lives in this small basement apartment, was, Big J, something terrible happened. Really terrible. Basically, a water pipe broke.
Okay, yeah, bad.
And it flooded his house.
Oh, God.
His basement apartment was flooded. Water was everywhere. Now, factor in...
No chance. He's gone for 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
It's that cold? It's like a damn hockey rink in there.
Dude.
I mean, it had to destroy the whole place.
I mean, the pictures of what he walked home to when he came back are bananas, because the water essentially was about 2 feet deep into his house and it got all over everything. And so it froze. Cause I mean, it's been crazy cold where he was. So his washer and dryer machine, where the actual water pipe broke, absolutely like a glacier, encased in ice. Then his kitchen completely covered in ice on the floor. Some of it was dripping from the ceiling because it was the water pipe above him that broke. And so all the water kind of came down.
God.
So there's icicles. There's, just solid blocks of ice over his stove, over his countertops. He had cleaners on the counter. They're completely glazed over in ice. And there is this long patch of frozen ice from where the water pipe broke all the way up to the ceiling. So it froze midstream coming down into his apartment, which is crazy. So winters are no joke there. You may want to save money on heating, but you probably want to just dial down the temperature on the thermostat. Don't turn it off completely. Obviously, this is an isolated incident, and if his house had been warm, it'd just be water he'd be coming home to. But a little bit easier to clean up than solid blocks of ice everywhere, and these pictures are crazy. I can't even fathom what that would be like. It would be, you give up, I guess, right? You're starting from scratch.
It's the version of a totaled car.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, your appliances are ruined.
It's frozen, and when things are frozen, they expand. So, I mean, all the countertops, the counter, it was just, what a disaster.
It's bad.
Yeah. Don't go on that long of a vacation, dummy.
I guess that, I'm not sure that's the culprit.
No,
but
it's the culprit.
It is interesting. Now, let me turn this around. Because you and your family don't usually vacation all together. But when you do...
That's made clear to me.
You have... usually a kid left behind to take care of the pets. Are the pets ever out of the Big J abode, or do you usually have somebody come there to take care of them?
I mean, we're never... we haven't been in that situation yet.
I was trying to think, Massachusetts, right? The only time all of you vacationed together? Who took care of the animals then?
It's a great question.
You don't remember?
We don't. We had Maddie. We had audio, but I don't think we had Lincoln yet.
Yeah, the cats, though.
Cats, yeah.
Somebody has to take care of
probably
them.
the grandparents.
Okay. So you had people come over is my point.
Yeah.
You didn't take the cats somewhere else.
Yeah, the kids had some friends, I think, were checking in on theirs. And
so that's, if you have animals and in your house and somebody coming over to house sit or to pet sit or whatever, obviously this is not a situation you've ever find yourself in. But it's those that kind of are by themselves with no pets. They're like, I just, hey, listen, I'm gonna cut some costs. And now it was bad. Not that the water pipe had anything to do with him at all.
Yeah, what a disaster.
But it's a terrible thing to walk home to. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X Rocks.
Here's traffic.
There's some Sublime for you. It's what I got here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. And maybe it's because I have kind of removed myself from this loop, but one of the things that I was completely unfamiliar with was the fact that the Olympics are 2 weeks away. Did you know that, Big J?
I mean, it's February.
I guess I just didn't realize. I mean, I knew they were happening in 2026. I knew it was the Winter Olympics. I just didn't know that it's 2 weeks away.
How dare you?
But of course, as you know, Big J, not only is it about sports and national pride, there's also one other thing the Olympics is known for. Any guesses? Specifically,
corruption?
Olympic Village. Good guess.
Doing
Absolutely.
it, lots of sex.
Dude, promiscuity
Lots
for sure.
of hungry, horny athletes.
All in the best shape of their lives. All just basically giving themselves to a sport, and they're finally around other people. And so they're just
like-minded.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ask for any better situation to be like, it might as well be, except for it's not summer.
Right.
Like, I wonder what the statistics are. the sex, right?
Yeah.
Versus the summer and the Winter Olympics.
It's much, much higher in the summer, but they're getting it on no matter what.
Right.
I mean, whether it's Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics, we're talking Bone Temple territory. It's just getting it on. And so they ended up doing a review. Big J, the 2026 Global Promiscuity Index has been released.
Oh.
They ended up surveying 45 countries around the world and focused, of course, on adult relationships and how many different partners they were having to try to figure out, okay, if you had to gamble, which country of athletes are going to get it on most at the Olympics in 2026? Go
from
ahead.
a country?
What do you mean?
It's from a particular country? Is that you're asking?
I don't understand the question.
Oh, okay. Continue.
The Global Promiscuity Index, they broke it down by country. Which countries are most promiscuity? Has most promiscuity? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, breaking it down into the top 10. Number 10 is South Africa. 9 is Thailand. 8 is Switzerland. 7 is Italy. 6 is Germany. New Zealand is 5. Chile 4. Greece 3. Brazil 2. Australia is the number 1. On average, listen to this. On average, during the during the Olympics, Australian athletes will have on average a 13.3 sex partner. That's a lot. That's a lot.
13 in like a few weeks?
That's a lot.
That's like hedonistic.
I mean, that's a lot. And so it's crazy to see.
No
those
wonder
numbers.
we have super gonorrhea.
I mean, essentially they're using the Olympics to get it on. United States comes in at disappointing number 16, Big J, in this list of 45 countries. But know this, you're the Olympic, whatever athlete you're watching on the Olympics, probably getting it on at least with 5 or 6 people at this particular time.
And also, if you're in this area, your best bet is to aim for an Australian.
They're going to be the weakest of the bunch, for sure. They have lost the most bodily fluid, and so they're going to need some help if they want to get to the top of that podium.
You literally got a chance on that kind of numbers.
Right. So now remember, there's thousands of athletes in this particular area. So I mean, it's a lot, but you have to be. I guess opportunity has to rise. But I mean, I don't understand how this stuff goes. Something for sure. And so something important to think about as you're watching the Olympics with your family. Just going, man, probably had sex like 8 or 9 times by now. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your Olympics update.
I need a shower now.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, right? We got ourselves some important stuff as well as your pop culture smackdown. That's on the way here on the X Rocks.
Important stuff. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Let me ask you something, Big J, because you're a parent.
I am.
Now, both of your wonderful daughters are grown-ass women, so it's a different kind of scenario. But
maybe
when they are in your presence, Big J, do they cuss and swear?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're both, and it's my fault. I swear to God, it's my fault.
What
Nick.
do you mean?
Because you know how I was.
Yeah, you're a potty mouth.
I used to, more often than not, back in the day, I was a big potty mouth, and I was like, these kids, when I came into their lives, they were 9 and 11, Nick. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know, they already knew some swear words. It's not like I taught them anything.
No, but did they use them in front of you?
Nah, not at first.
Okay, when did that start?
I don't remember for sure, but I mean, both their mom and I, we swear, we talk like normal people. So, you know, it was bound to happen. But yeah, they are huge potty mouths. We just had a rule. It's like, don't do it in front of your grandparents.
Okay.
Just, you know, and they were real careful about it. But eventually, now that they're adults, we all don't care, and we all swear in front of everyone.
Got it. But you don't remember at what point that dam broke?
No.
Did you ever swear in front of your parents?
I remember the first time, and I mean, I'm pretty sure this happened. I don't think I made it up, but I dropped an F-bomb on my dad. in some sort of manner, and he chased me. He started chasing.
How old are you in this scenario?
Like 8.
Okay.
7 or 8. And the look in his eye, and he got angry. He was starting to chase after me. I'm like, whoa, take it easy, old man.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, I know that I do swear in front of my parents, but it's not very often still. And I'm, damn near 50. It's just not something that I ever did, but obviously not around them. We swear on a fairly regular basis
I think
around
they
here.
know.
Oh, no, I think
swear?
they know at this point. But it was always, and it's not like it was ever a fear-based kind of thing. It was just like, I don't think you swear in front of your parents, right? Like, I don't know. But at some point, obviously my oldest is now 19 years old, and there's little joy more that he gets than swearing in front of me. It's like one of his favorite things that he can do. And I'm like, well, listen, man, you're 19. Because he, it's not like we ever told him he couldn't. He also just kind of was like, I know these words. I've seen people use these words, but I probably shouldn't use it in front of my parents.
Yeah.
And then there became a thing where he's like, you're an adult now, so if you want to use language, you can. And he's like, really? And now he loves it. Boy, that kid loves to swear.
What kind of conversation was that? I bet he was so excited. I can already picture him.
I do remember because, he always thought swear words were hilarious, right? Because whenever you see him on TV shows. So I remember for his 16th birthday, I one of the things as he was blowing out the candles in his cake, I said, you could say any swear word you want in front of me right now. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you can. And he's like, he said the F word.
Yeah!
And then he laughed, and I was like, hey, good job, man. There you go. You did it. You did it. So now that damn candy came loose, he's fine. But a lot of parents here in the United States of America do have swear word rules. Not a lot, but 35% say they don't let their kids swear in front of them. I think age plays a factor in all of these conversations, of course. You're not going to let your 4-year-old start cussing up a storm, but yet there's nothing funnier to me when I see a video of a 4-year-old saying the S word every now and again. I think it's great. But you have to make sure you put down those boundaries, I think, if you want that to not happen all the time. So it's not a surprise we're a little bit more protective of those particular scenarios around us. But just know, if your kids swear in front of you, you're not the only one. But usually it happens more in their teen years than it does in their single-digit years, and maybe that's something you should be aiming for. When the NBA season started, Big J, there was a ton of hype because the NBA returned to NBC, right? So we got Round Ball Rock. We're excited about the John Tesh theme. And then NBC announced a huge deal where they would do weekly interviews with Michael Jordan, right? So
Now,
sports fans were geeked.
I don't remember hearing them say weekly. I heard them say he was a contributor.
Contributor, sure. But then they announced weekly interviews. But what it's become as the season has started is Michael Jordan sat down for a interview that they have cut and spurced out over weeks, which has made some fans angry. And Michael Jordan has already said, you're not getting anything more from me. They paid Michael Jordan $48 million for these interviews, dude.
Why is
that
he
one
being
interview.
like this? I get he wants the bag of money.
I think because he can.
Granted, but I mean, why not give the fans something? I mean, they love you. Why not give back?
I don't think he cares. And because he's got more money than God, and he doesn't have to. And I don't think, I mean, if you've watched the Michael Jordan documentary, you know that he's mentally ill. He has this competitive streak in him where he has to demonize other people in order to drive him to do things. And some of that stuff is real, and some of that stuff is very much made up in his head in order to be more competitive and make an enemy out of you when you aren't really one. And I think he feels that way for the fans, too. I think maybe he likes some of them, but most of them is I don't know you a damn thing, man. You already got what you got out of me. The rest is my time. I want to be on the golf course and play cards. Leave me alone.
It's got to be lonely being at the top, you know?
I don't know. You tell me. What's it like being Big J?
I'm not that way.
Oh.
I don't think I ever have been.
Netflix has revised its agreement to buy Warner Brothers Discovery, switching to an all-cash offer, Big J. They're going to now switch to $27.75 per share. That basically means they're throwing down $82.7 billion for the purchase of Warner Brothers Discovery. And we're going to hear a shareholder vote by April 26th. Both companies have said this is the way they want to go, so don't be shocked if this is a done deal already, but there's a lot of money on the table, I guess is my point. Netflix, again, making money hand over fist, is now throwing down another $83 billion for something. But that gets them the DC universe, that gets them all these things and all these properties in the Warner Brothers kind of catalog, so it's not going to be cheap.
And I've seen, and I don't know if this is factual, but they walked back a little bit, like, hey, just the 17-day release on movies, Nick, before it comes to this Netflix. They moved that back to 45 days. We'll see if that's real or not.
My guess
I would
is,
feel more comfortable with that, but
I think it'll depend on the movie, to be honest.
not like I have a voting consideration.
You're not a shareholder in
I'm not a
Netflix?
shareholder.
All right. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We are going to have your Pop Culture Smackdown next on the X.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, we got some tickets for you because our good friends in the band Bad Flower are coming to town here very, very soon, and they're bringing some friends with them. And you know what? We want you to go to that concert. And there's an easy way to do it. Pretty easy. Really, actually, you got to get on the horn, beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown, and tickets to the Knitting Factory March 4th, Bad Flower, are yours.
Can you do it? Do you have the skill? 208-287-1003 is the number you need to call if you'd like to try to win these tickets. By God. All you have to do is beat Big J in Pop Culture Smackdown. Big J, how are you feeling?
Great.
Confidence is lacking?
Feeling great.
See how it goes. Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hey, who's this?
Rich.
All right, Rich, you're up first. Rich, Randy Poffo was once a pitchman for Slim Jim. He was an actor that appeared in the 2002 film Spider-Man, but he was better known by what wrestling name?
Macho Man.
Right.
Macho Man is correct. Randy Savage. Big J, what was the name of the protagonist or the mermaid in Disney's Little Mermaid?
Yeah, I mean, an area I'm really familiar with, Disney cartoons. I have no idea.
Not a single, I mean,
No,
yeah.
no.
There's also a live action movie, of course.
Okay, not seen that. Do you know,
Yeah.
sir, on the phone?
No.
No, of course not.
Big
Who the
hit.
hell's going to know that?
I mean, everybody that's watched the show.
for
I
God's
guess.
sakes.
You don't remember the name of the main character in The
No.
Little Mermaid? Ariel.
Right.
Ariel the Mermaid.
No, you said the pro. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
get it. Okay, I see.
Would you have gotten that?
No, you confused me with words.
I said, what was the name of the mermaid in The Little Mermaid?
Oh, okay.
You just got angry the second I said
I
protagonist.
know. I'm like, you keep asking about cartoons or cereal or crap. I don't even have any
I
interest
haven't
in it.
asked you a serial question in months.
In
Congratulations. You've got yourself tickets to go check out Bad Flower. Enjoy that show and have yourself a great time on us come March at the Knitting Factory. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your Pop Culture Smackdown. We got ourselves some headlines next on the X.
Yes, you are now a better person for knowing this. It's Headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Hand in hand, I present to you the following headlines, Big J. That darn cat. Good news. And see you later, alligator.
That darn cat.
A house cat, Big J, caused a kitchen fire in Dallas County after jumping onto a damn stovetop and accidentally activating the appliance.
Oh, man, what a nightmare.
The Garland Fire Department responded to the blaze, later reviewed some home surveillance footage that showed the incident. Video revealed the cat hit the stove knob on the way up. It was a gas burner, so the flames started jumping up and down, and then 10 or 15 seconds after the cat gets up there on the stove, all of a sudden a fire starts. The cat jumps down and runs off, of course, because the cat's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. But there were some combustible items on the stove. It quickly ignited. It spread the flames to other appliances, the kitchen door, the ceiling. The fire caused some significant kitchen damage, but did not affect other areas of the home. Officials recommend keeping flammable materials away from stovetops and making sure you use safety knob covers to prevent accidental activation from your pets that like to get all jumpy on countertops, Big J. Something to keep in mind at the Big J abode. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, what a nightmare.
Yeah, I know. That would suck. For sure. Cat is just trying to get up there, doing some stuff. Next thing you know, everything's on fire. Good news, question mark, or see you later, alligator?
See you later, alligator.
Here's some good news, Big J. If you love yourself an alligator and you live in Oklahoma, there is a state lawmaker there that wants to make it easier for people to own alligators as pets.
No.
Senator Jonathan Wingard has introduced a bill that would let basically anybody that lives in Oklahoma own captive red alligators, and you wouldn't even need a permit, dude. Picking one up off the street or out of the swamp would still be a no-no, but getting certain types of alligators from breeders is now considered fair game if the law passes, of course. Right now, Oklahoma law does ban owning any kind of alligators unless you're a commercial breeder, and even those breeders have to follow strict rules. But this new bill would loosen some of those restrictions for everyday residents. So if your dream was always to own an alligator, Oklahoma appears to be the place to be. Why would you do this? Why would that be something that's like part of your agenda as a senator?
Yeah, I have all kinds of questions for all of them.
Got to be
priority.
more important things to do than this, number one. Number two, what kind of alligator lobby is there where they're going, we need less restrictions on animals that will happily murder you? That's what we need, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this is crazy. It's crazy. It's not just me, right?
No,
okay.
I feel like it's crazy as well.
You don't need pet alligators. There's lots of other pets you can have. Get yourself an a-hole cat. It's just as dangerous. Wrap it up with good news, question mark? 19-year-old line cook Juan Mendoza was driving on his way to work, Big J, when he saw some smoke coming off the highway. So he's like, listen, I'm going to stop and see what's going on. He ended up seeing a car that had slid off the highway, and there was an elderly couple trapped inside. So Mendoza pulled over in the southern Texas side of the highway, and then he basically helped out the two elderly people that were stuck inside, Juan and Adriano Almeida, from their damaged car. Juan said that they had spun out for 45 minutes. They were stuck inside the car, and nobody stopped except for this Mendoza, sir. And they are very grateful for him to do so. And so, obviously, Juan made sure after the paramedics showed up and the couple was okay, he went on his way and didn't want to miss his shift at the Texas Roadhouse, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the couple, after they got out of the hospital, went to the Texas Roadhouse where he works. And during their reunion, he had talked about how he had always wanted to be a nursing student, but was working at Texas Roadhouse to afford the tuition. They gifted him a scholarship, Big J, to be a part.
Right there, they have that much money?
Yeah, I guess they're well off. I don't know.
Damn.
But they sent him to EMT school, and so now Juan is well on his way to becoming a nurse, all because he did the right thing. Saw something that he thought was weird, wants to be in the nursing situation, helped a couple of people out of a trapped car, and made sure they were okay, and now he's going to be something that he's always wanted to be. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. We need stories like that,
Isn't that nice to have that story in headlines?
Yeah.
People hate the good news, though. They like the really gross stuff.
Apparently.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on pretty much everything. It is the X-Rocks. 9 Inch Nails closer here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. As you mentioned, Big J, a perfect song to have right before we're talking about the subject we're going to talk about. And it involves the national championship football game Big J played on Monday night.
Yeah, and it seems like this is happening on a regular basis. And I don't know if you remember this. A few years ago, it was during, it might have been one of the playoff games leading up to the national championship game. Alabama, backup or quarterback A.J. McCarron.
Sure.
His girlfriend, Catherine Webb, it was in the audience, and they turned the camera to her, and then Brent Musburger, and I don't remember who was on the call with them. They started talking about how hot she was.
Real creepy.
Real creepy, but real accurate as well. Super smoke show.
Sure. Also creepy.
And so, but this is one of those things that it's still happening to this day. Now, I don't want to call it a controversy necessarily, but earlier this year, University of Miami game, and there was a lot of being said about the fact that during that broadcast, the camera kept kind of being thrown to a particular fan, a very attractive fan, and it turns out it's a well-known fan or a well-known person, Abella Danger, Nick. I'd never heard of her. She's an adult porn star. Retired.
Great.
Now she is a University of Miami student, longtime Hurricane supporter, and she's going to school. I'm not sure what she's studying, but she's out of the adult business, so to say. And again, this comes up over the national championship game where they pan to her again. And of course, this becomes a big deal for a lot of people. And it's like most people have no idea who she is, so it doesn't matter. But they're calling out some of the creeps behind the cameras and those sort of things, to be sure. And she's apologizing to everybody.
Why is she apologizing?
That's a great question. She doesn't need to apologize, but she says she's upset ESPN broadcast of the college football playoff national championship repeatedly showed her amid the Hurricanes' loss to Indiana, and she apologized to everyone offended by her appearance.
Yeah, it's a bump.
She told TMZ she wished she could watch the game without her face on national TV and is deeply sorry for any offense caused, saying she just wanted to support her team like any other student. So it becomes where that creepiness is like, she's never going to escape that. She made her choices to do whatever she's going to do, but not sure when she needs to be dragged into this when she just wants to go watch a football game.
Right. Like now she has to apologize because some lady's boyfriend recognized her on the TV screen, which is a problem, for that relationship,
Hey,
I
you
suppose.
know who that is?
Yeah,
No.
no.
What?
But I mean, if you read the back of the ticket, it basically gives you permission to show up on any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's how they get away with, with the second you walk into the stadium, you become susceptible to being on TV. And if they, eagle eye pick out somebody or somebody's trying to be funny, whatever the motivation is, they can't do that. And they do it all the time. There's fan shots a bunch of times during all of these games.
Yeah, they're watching for famous people and stuff like that to be able to, swing the camera on to get their reaction, whatever. And this is just, again, it absolutely was a creepy camera guy who was like, I recognize her.
But again, and all of this for like, by looking at the clip, a 2-second shot. Like it wasn't like they eagle-eyed on her and popped to her a bunch of times. It was during a key drive in the fourth quarter. She was on TV for a second and a half, 2 seconds.
Well, I think there were a few more probably looks. This has been happening throughout the season. But, I mean, again, it's like, I don't understand the big deal. If you know who she is, fine. If you don't, what does it matter if the camera goes to her?
It's a wonderful question. But, again, we live in a time where every single thing is scrutinized and double-checked and be able to replay it a billion and a half times.
It's like everything has to be a dramatic thriller situation.
Or a reason behind something that's a greater evil to it than maybe there was at its inception. But this is the way we live our lives, and this is how we choose to live, Big J.
Yeah, also, she's hot. So, I mean, the camera loves hot people.
Yeah,
They're not looking for ugly people. Nobody wants that. You want to put up an ugly person during the national championship game? No.
I mean, unless they're all like geared up, then they
yeah,
won't
in a group of people that maybe there's a hot person adjacent at least.
Yeah, people like watching attractive people on TV, and people like watching attractive porn stars. That's one and the same, really, when you think about it. Morning After with Nick and
Football and porn. Let's go.
Big J.
Hut.
America. We got your bad impressions. They're next on the X Rocks.
Impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
And here's a chance for you to get hooked up with some awesome tickets. The Devil Wears Prada bringing their Flowers tour to the Knitting Factory March 25th. It's going to be a fantastic show. They're bringing with them 4 years strong, Split Chain, and I Promise the World. We'll get you tickets to the show. You just got to call up, listen to the clues for this famous actor, and then guess it, and you get these tickets. It's that easy.
Phone number is 208-287-1003. Big J is going to provide you with 3 clues now. Each one of those clues is going to direct you into then, hopefully, the area of that particular famous actor. If you can figure out who he's trying to be in 3 clues or less, congratulations. These Devil Wear Prada's tickets are yours. Are you ready, Big J?
Yeah.
Hello, the X.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, man? What's your name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, you're up first.
Seems like for the moment, you all like Ben Affleck and my movie, The Rip, on Netflix.
Next question.
I'm playing Odysseus in Christopher Nolan's upcoming epic movie called The Odyssey.
Next.
I am Jason Bourne. I remember.
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
Hang on 1 second. We'll hook you up with those Devil Wear Prada's tickets. Why is Matt Damon in the news?
Here's the worst thing we could have learned about The Rip. And they've been doing, all the junkets and media. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon went on Joe Rogan show to talk about stuff. And, of course, they've been in deep on a lot of the Netflix movie stuff. And Matt Damon said something very interesting. He said that Netflix wants them to kind of change how they make movies, Nick. And here's why. They want them to make sure that they repeat the plot points a couple of times throughout the movie, just like in off dialogue.
Yeah, they think you're stupid.
No, they don't think you're stupid.
Attention.
You're on your phone while you're watching.
Yeah, you're not paying attention.
Especially Netflix. And Nick, my wife might be a test case for this reason why theaters are having such a hard time. She doesn't like to go to a movie. She hasn't been into a movie theater since Violent Night. We used to go to the movies all the time, but she just cannot not be on her phone reading or doing whatever during a movie when something's on TV.
Yeah.
And that's how people are doing this. And it's like you can't do that in a movie. There would be a riot of some sort. Some people are doing it. They're even setting up certain screening opportunities for you to be able to do this kind of garbage, but it's ridiculous. And the reason they have to repeat the plot and nonsense is because people are on their phone.
It's one of those reasons maybe where I dislike Netflix movies more than most because like they take so much time repeating their stuff over and over and over again that it drives me crazy. And now you know that it's being mandated from above for these particular reasons. And it does make sense because, again, if you're in the comfort of your own home, the likelihood of you being distracted for one reason or another, regardless of how into the movie you are, is much, much higher than the etiquette you're supposed to have in a movie theater. Therefore, your attention span just isn't as locked in as it normally would be, and it's affecting the movies that they're making because we are a distracted society. We all have ADHD at this point.
Well, there's ADHD, and there's just you don't want to put your phone down.
Yeah.
And that you can't do it. I mean, we can do it. We go to movies all the time. We can do that.
Yes.
So can you. And it's an enjoyable thing. And I'll catch myself all the time at home, Nick, watching TV or whatever it is, especially if it's something I'm interested in. And I look down and I'm like, oh my God, I've missed 10 minutes of this movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell happened? I
You'll
have
get
to
a text message or something will happen.
No. I'm just flipping through for whatever reason. It's just a habit.
You just
pick
go to
up your
TikTok.
phone and you're like, and the next thing you know, or maybe you saw a news like alert come up on your phone. This will happen to me all the time. Sports, breaking news, ESPN, Adam Schefter. The idiot 49ers have let Robert Saleh go. And then I'm like, the next thing you know, 15 minutes has gone by, me flipping around on my phone after that initial, text alert. And I got to go back and rewind to see what I'm doing.
We're all terrible. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We will wrap up the show here next to the Matrix noises, dude. That is Ice Nine Kills, The Great Unknown, wrapping up the Morning After with Nick and Big J, and that's going to do it for us for this particular Wednesday. Big J gave a big thumbs up to Stone Cold Fox. That is a movie you can watch on Netflix if you're so inclined. So the great way to kick off the new year continues as far as approvals go on Streaming Dumbass. We also had a chance to talk a little bit about how you got to be careful if you're going to go on an extended vacation and turn off your heat during the wintertime, because if a pipe breaks, you could get home to like a winter wonderland and you have no idea what you could possibly do because your entire home is covered in ice, and that's not a great way to return from vacation. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, no, not good at all.
Plus, we had a chance to give away some Bad Flower tickets, some Devil Wears Prada tickets. That will continue tomorrow, but it does leave you with the floor, Big J.
Nick, the Razzie nominations are in. Who do you think's at the top?
I mean, it's got to be that awful War of the Worlds movie,
yes,
right?
6 nominations for that, including Worst Picture and Snow White. Same there as well. And Electric State. All those are getting most of the hate.
God, I forgot about the Electric State. Did you ever end up watching that?
No. And I never saw Star Trek Section 31. Was that a movie?
Yeah, it is a Paramount Plus movie. It was part of Streaming Dumbass, but it never got selected. But yeah, it's also not good at all. And I love Michelle Yeoh, but that's just a bad movie.
Yeah.
None of those are anywhere close to as unwatchable as The War of the Worlds is. However, that thing is going to sweep or better. It's
Sweep it, baby.
Bad movie. Morning After with Nick and Big J. That's going to do it for us. Jason Drew's up next. We'll see y'all tomorrow. It's the X Rocks.
3 ways